It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's the Commanders' rookie tight end. He was a walking highlight reel last week with a 4-touchdown game. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's Scout folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Throwing. Prescott. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And from the 25, they work this to the 29. A gain of 4. Now, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
On third down, it's Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
think. What do you mean by that, Brooke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease. Feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller...
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little inside the 40. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Howell. Strong grabs it over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop. Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy. Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Prescott now. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
A first down carry by Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
3rd and long. Here's Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up.
And they go play action with Howell.
Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
Pass complete. It's to Ezekiel Elliott, his running back.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw is Prescott. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Commanders back out late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
For the play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it. Touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game.
And the Commanders are once again back in front.
As far as tight ends go, if you get 3 or 4 touchdowns in a season, that's usually counted as a pretty good year.
And CD, he just hit double digits. That's 10 touchdowns for him now.
Yeah, and that's something you really have to applaud. That's elite level production.
Sly on for the extra point.
And that makes it 14-10. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's got his man. It's Gallup. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Rolling to his left.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep.
All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5.
will begin out in the Windy City of Chicago. And it's the Browns who have the lead at halftime. Nick Chubb has a touchdown run. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Chris Godwin, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here is Washington now to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Al throwing on first down here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down and a run by Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive in the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
Howell completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown, Washington.
From 4 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, it's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize it best when they get in close.
An extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
They'll try the right side with Elliott.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Inside give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott.
Left side to Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Working with a 2nd and 4.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll go down at the 28.
That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. For this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 17 there. Good for a Commanders first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Howell. He's going to air one out, and it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Gets it to Strong. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Faking the handoff. Howell out to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Third and long. Here's Howell going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 21-13, a minute 24 to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here, as they've got a 1st and 10. But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
To throw, Prescott. That's complete to Lamb. And they work this out past the 25. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Prescott. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down. Now Dak. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Oh, and he'll be tackled and covered up inbounds. They get another first, but they're working with no timeouts. Able to find Gallup. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to